Good morning. It's an absolutely gorgeous day here today. Blue skies, it's warm, it's just lovely. And I'm just looking at my oats. They've been blown all over the place. You can see that some of them have ripened. They've turned a lovely golden colour. Some of them are still green. So I might snip out the ones that are ready just because of the weather being so unsettled. But I'm going to do that later because we had a lot of rain last night and things are still a little bit damp. So I'll do it in another hour or so. In the meantime, I'm going to harvest some beans and peas and bring you over to the meadow sweet. So yeah, the wind has played a bit of havoc with a few things. And I think the dogs have run chasing cats as well, which is annoying. But it's such a lovely day, I won't dwell on those things. And we're just back from a lovely weekend away where we went to attend a festival and we met some really wonderful, lovely people. I'd just like to say hello to Tony. And I'd like to say thanks to Keith and Danu for the lovely pendant that I got there. You can find them on the Prana Project on Instagram and Etsy if you're interested in beautiful crystal pendants. And it's just such a lovely place to be, meeting like-minded people, people who care about the planet and are interested in plants, among other things. So it's quite restorative to be there. So I'm just in this part of the garden now to collect some meadowsweet, which is a wonderful medicinal herb. And I noticed that we've got all these dried grasses, and you can see where I've been strimming that there are things now at this time of year that are beginning to brown and die off, and yet we've got lovely things to look forward to, like the fruits. We've got rowan berries here, the hawthorn berries are appearing, the blackberries are coming out. So it's a great transition period between the things that are dying off and the things that are still coming up to their fruition. And it's really appropriate that we celebrate Lughnasadh at this time of year because originally Lughnasadh was a funerary games. It was part of a wake for Lugh's foster mother. Lugh is the sun god, and when his foster mother died, he held a wake for her and he included all these games. So we had games of skill, games of strength, arts and crafts and music. Law was decided. And it was great that when we were at the festival at the weekend, some of the young men were practicing games of skill and strength, and we had lots of people with crafts for sale as well. So it was really just turned out lovely and very suitable. Now the meadowsweet begins to appear in June in time for the summer solstice, and it carries on until September. I was going to harvest it, but it's just a bit too damp, so I'm going to leave it till this afternoon. But I may as well tell you about it while I'm here. It's got a lot of salicylic acid, so it's a great pain reliever. It's a natural anaesthetic. So if you had any kind of stomach upset, if you had a peptic ulcer or digestive issues or any inflammatory condition, meadowsweet is incredibly soothing. It soothes the mucous membranes. It also helps the bowels because it's astringent. So if you had a child with diarrhea or anybody with diarrhea, meadowsweet would be something to think about. And because it's anti-inflammatory, it's very beneficial for people with gout, rheumatism, arthritis. It can relieve all the pain of those complaints. Very good for headaches, good for colic in babies. You use the whole part of the aerial part of the plant, so the leaves and the flowers, all the top part, and you can dry it or you can make a tincture with it. You could infuse it in honey. It just smells so beautiful. It's got that beautiful perfume. And I mean, look at the little tiny little flowers. These little umbels, they're just like little fairy flowers. I always think they should be in a wedding bouquet as well because they're just so pretty and feminine. That's, I suppose, because of the connection with Anya, the summer solstice goddess. So, as I can't harvest that at the moment because it's too damp after the rain, I'm going to get some peas. See, this garden is so overgrown with the weather. But it's great to see all the vibrant life. And this little birch tree here, I remember a few years ago when Colette came to visit and she said, basically, dear me, this little tree needs intensive care. So we looked after it, and now it's almost a little forest in itself. It's huge. And I must point out this willow arch here. There's two little arches there that help us cross the drain. And I tied all the regrowth in early summer, and now it's impassable. Got a huge job on my hands to tidy up in time for winter. But there is such abundance here. It's just such a thrill to walk around and see the growth, even though it means a lot of work for me. I'm just so happy that nature is doing its thing. So I hope you're doing your thing, and I hope you're getting out and about into nature, into the countryside, into your garden. And I hope you have a wonderful Lughnasadh abundance for yourself. And as I say, I'm going to head off and get my peas. So bye for now.